Hello, hello. Oh, super not central.
Ooh, I am completely out of the way.
Yeah, I need to move that way a little bit. I need to make you bigger.
I'm alright. You don't need to make me bigger. My own dietary habits are making me bigger.
Getting personal. Anyway, hello. Welcome to All Demos. We made it to Devil May Cry 5. We're at the end. Not at the end, though. This is
TMT.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm fully willing to because I actually enjoy the game, but you know, probably gonna get a bunch
You'll be
of.
sick of Devil May Cry by the end of this.
I don't think I will be. I've replayed this recently.
You know what I replayed recently? Hoi there!
Oh, fuck off with that.
I went to check the levels on my phone.
I
Immediate Siege 2 ad.
Oh, good. Don't need turbo mode.
Don't need Siege 2.
No.
I do love that Siege 2, they're pushing it with like all of the characters, and they're like, you can now be special classes, and this one has super hearing, so he can hear people around it. And I was like, how much do you think I know the fucking map?
Yeah, I'll turn that off. Spoiler filter hides any information received from other players. I don't really think we need that 3D audio.
I think we're past that point. Everyone knows.
Devil Hunter. Auto assist, no. Auto assist is aggravating.
You know what else is aggravating?
Having to do this on stream.
No, it's the fact that games nowadays make you actually read that entire thing to a degree. You have to go all the way down. You can't just ignore it.
Well, what happens if you wait 2 years for a game to come out? Like, you've been hyped up for like the sequel that you've been waiting for. You buy the game. You get to that at the beginning of the menu. You read through it and you find out that if you sign it, like, you owe them a kidney. Do you just accept that?
I don't even have a kidney.
Well, do you accept it, or do you just not? You know what? We're here. Let's just do this quick little recap.
I know what happened.
But you don't, Josh. It's been a few weeks since we played the first one, so we need this. A single demon challenged the Emperor of the Underworld for the sake of mankind. And no, we're moving through this quick.
He was a bug, he had a sword, he stabbed a dude, shit happened. It was fun!
Sparta's legend spread, and the legendary Dark Knight was revered by mankind. Jesus. But as the years slipped by, the memory of his deeds and the existence of demons faded from memory.
Why?
After 2,000 years, the seal of the underworld began to weaken. The demon emperor Mundus and his minions after Sparta's wife and twin sons in an act of revenge. Oh, we had time for that one, did we? Sparta's human wife Eva stood no chance against the demons and lost her life when Sparta's son Virgil went missing.
You know, now that I think about it, the name Eva turns up a lot in games.
Yeah, it's a very elegant name, which has kind of been ruined for me, you know.
Yeah, it kind of goes against every experience.
Dante was
Meanwhile, the name
with
Josh, super rare.
I disagree. Virgil survived the years and helped his father's sword, the demon blade Yamato, and longed to obtain even greater power by unlocking the power of Sparta.
Who knew demons would
Arkham, a man bent on obtaining demonic power, knew the unlocking Sparta's power would weaken the seal on the underworld. So he became a jellyfish. To end this, Arkham manipulated Virgil from the shadows to fill his... He did it dressed as a clown.
Did he manipulate him that much? I mean, Virgil
stabbed him. Conflicted over his feelings for his lost brother, Dante set out to stop Virgil and Arkham. There was no conflict at the beginning, to be fair. Along the way, Dante met a demon unnamed Lady. Well, no, that wasn't a name. They lost revenge against Arkham, and the man who killed her mother served to steal Dante's resolve.
Like that. I mean, that just went straight through her.
After learning Arkham was a real threat all along, Dante and Virgil teamed up to fight the Mad Scarlet. That's not how it went down. However, the camaraderie did not last long, as the two could not overcome their differences. The sibling rivalry.
And they had the same hair.
The battle between brothers was fierce, but Virgil met his match, and in the end he refused Dante's help as he fell alone into the underworld.
Yeah, but by the end of this series, them falling alone in the underground
Soon after Dante opened his shop for the business, Devil May Cry!
The only person I think who ends up going to hell more is
business to hunt down demons and collect information on Mundus. Sometime later, roughly 9 years later, a mysterious and beautiful woman appeared at Dante's door. The woman's name was Trish, and she bore a striking resemblance to Dante's deceased mother.
They were both blonde, and Dante's bad.
She led Dante to Malay Island, where Mundus has been sealed away. Malay Island.
Mallet
Dante faced a gauntlet of Mundus' minions, all of whom fell to the Devil Hunters in inordinate strength.
Odd choice of words.
One such adversary was revealed to be Virgil, warped into the demon known only as Nello Angelo. In the face of Munda's
That
cruelty,
sounds like
Dante's
nice
anger
food.
erupted like never before. But he did have to pay to win, but nobody talks about that. The true power Dante inherited from his father Sparta was unleashed, which he used to seal Mundus away once again. Dante then returned and hunting demons with Trish and Lady at his side. Oh, it's referencing the fucking anime! Many demons continue to invade the human world.
The anime no longer canon?
No, the anime is still canon, but not even demonic rulers rivaling it. The old anime, Mundus with Dante.
The one where he never goes into demon
All
form.
of his peace in human world. Yes, and trust me, as a kid, I hated it, but not for long. Did they just skip over 2? Yes, they did. A Sparta worshipping cult known as the Order of Sword aimed to take control of the human world. Thus, Dante traveled to the base in Fortuna to assassinate the Order's leader, Sanctus. Incensed by the affront, the Order dispatched young Holy Knight Nero to kill Dante.
Failed miserably.
Nero learned of the Order's true goals during his period of Dante and was killed for it by the scientist Agnes. He didn't die, though. Unbeknownst to all, Virgil Sword Yamato had been in the Order's possession. The blade resonated with Nero, reviving him with new demonic power.
It gave him a stand.
This was proof enough that the blood of Sparta coursed through Nero's veins as well.
That's kind of more hinted, but go out and straight say it, I guess.
Having learned of the Order's sinister plans, Nero confronted fellow Holy Knight and mentor Credo about his involvement. But alas, his former mentor had been working towards the goals all along. On top of everything, Sanctus was revived with the aid of nefarious powers.
Getting the longest sodding beginning.
Yep. Nero's beloved Kyrie was then taken hostage.
Without much difficulty.
She's on the phone in this game, and the lovers were absorbed into the core of the Order's ultimate weapon, the Savior. It was a bullshit boss fight. Enraged over his sister Kyrie's treatment, Credo tried to save Nero, only to be dealt a fatal blow at the hands of...
Didn't take this long.
I know. Well, the boss fight did. Just when all seemed lost, the legendary dude with a rose in his mouth.
Of course, gotta look sexy.
Nero was then able to defeat Sanctus and put an end to the Order's evil machinations. Dante sensed that Nero had the same connection to Sparta's power, and so entrusted Yamato to the youth before leaving Fortuna.
You know, he assumed that Nero was the son of Virgil before he assumed that his dad
continued
just
their fight
cheated.
against demons in defense of the humanity. Well, yeah, he did, but that's because he felt he felt a resemblance to Virgil's power and not his own.
Well,
Not that that's ever covered like side novels that were made for the games.
I'm still going to say it was just as likely Sparta cheated. He was alive for 2,000 years. You think they never banged before he met?
Well, it's heavily insinuated that he never really took interest in humans until Eva. Like in a sense of romance, he never really cared.
What about female demons?
I don't think he cared. Okay, baby, I'll keep an eye.
It was just that one blonde chick who nailed him down. She gave that good D.
Baby trapped him. He was like, oh, she's pregnant. I mean, it's only one kid. It's twins. Ah, fuck. That's exactly how many swords I have.
Are you going to help look after them? Oh, no, Mundus. What?
The local Mackie D's ain't looking too good. Is there a Greg's around here?
Please, Sparta, you can help us raise our kids. Yeah, but oh no, I'm trapped and I can't help.
Sparta, help! Mundus is here. Oh, I gotta go. I got the thing. I got this thing. Oh, there's Morrison.
Who?
So Morrison is the guy that gives Dante jobs. He is in the anime. The old one. That is canon. However, he was white in that. They recast him in this.
Gasp! You know, I'm just gonna say, demon architecture, very mid.
Very mid.
Yeah, a lot of holes. Like, it's weirdly fleshy.
What am I doing wasting my time here? He's got this.
I don't think he's got this.
Yeah, Spinny Crystal.
We should not underestimate this demon. After all, it was he who took your right arm.
And the twink is here.
Great deal of power from it.
If edginess had a name, it'd be the black-haired, overly tattooed poetry dude.
Nero, do you know what this demon's called? It's kind of stubbing me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go be Kylo Ren. Whee!
More!
Swolo Ren. Swoless Ren in this case.
Yeah, and more skinny than swole.
I've got a score to settle with that son of a bitch.
He lost an arm.
We already had.
Oh, no, he just... Look, he's literally missing an arm now. It's a stub.
Oh.
That's where his demon arm was. It's gone.
Well, he seems to be doing fine without it.
He was in a coma
So
for a bit.
Is this a jump forward in time, or am I not meant to know what the fuck is going on?
So, kind of. So, you get a flashback on, like, how everything went down in a little bit. But this is... I think this is 2 to 3 years after 4. So it's a few years after 4 happened, so... Nero is now a demon hunter, and he's taken on the Devil May Cry name. So he doesn't work for Dante, but he's like a subsidiary of Devil May Cry.
What? Devil might cry? Devil could cry.
It's still just Devil May Cry.
Well, he seems to be doing remarkably well for a man with that is unsettling to look at.
It is. They get more...
They gave it a glory hole.
Thank you.
Aw, no puppets. Now you're fighting bugs. And with any replay, you're now having to deal with seeing the tutorial again. And constantly going, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
to be fair, I'm not really fussed with... I'm not really fussed with this one because it's a very pretty game.
V, I trust you.
Oh no, they've got Dr. Bugs. And they say free healthcare is a novel thing when it's clearly being used by demons.
I studied at Harvard!
I just noticed it's got a little face in between its eyes. Gross. Does that mean it's got a face in between its head butt? What does color up do?
It does this.
Oh, what launches them?
It's like a it's a charged up gun shot.
How do you charge a gun?
You put ammo in it. If this game is anything
Also-
to go off.
Where's he putting his sword when he pulls out his gun when he's only got one arm?
He's putting it on his back.
We cannot hope to do this without you.
That's all right, superstar. Go on with your best. Go ahead. We got this.
Okay, weird Brooklyn crow.
That's Griffin from the first game. You know the big chicken we fought?
Vaguely? Wait, why is it now a crow?
It's kind of explained in a bit, but basically V controls all of the generals from Devil May Cry 1.
Including the spider guy?
No, that's the only one he doesn't control. He did have an interaction with him in a novel, but basically he was too aggressive.
What is with Devil May this series and hating Phantom? It seems to be a running trend.
It's not hating Phantom. They liked Phantom, but they couldn't integrate Phantom into the game, like, and make it balanced. Like
Instead, they
like Nightmare can be like. To be fair, it was either you were gonna have Nightmare or you were gonna have Phantom. And I think because Phantom was used as like a gimmick in the second game, they were like, let's not. Let's just use Phantom. Let's just use.
Dante's still representing as the most powerful of the trio by getting his ass kicked. Oh look, Lady's unconscious. Oh look, Trisha's unconscious.
Also, just to clarify, Dante has been fighting that dude for 24 hours straight. Like,
And I assume Nero's gonna
This won't be a total waste of time after all.
beat him in 10 minutes?
no. You'll see. But yeah, Lady and Trish got beaten in about 5 minutes, and then Dante fought him for 24 hours, until Nero literally got here.
I'm bagging this bitch.
It's fine, I've just been fighting him for a day. Totally didn't wear him down. You got this.
So this guy's just been sitting here throwing stuff at Dante for 24 hours.
Basically.
Well, I'd say he's stronger than both of them then. But admittedly, strength is very hard to quantify in this universe.
Very true. This game does not make it easier.
Well, I feel like this game's main point is to show off Nero a lot more than 4 managed to show him off. Especially if they want to make him the next main character.
To be fair, the game actually does a very good job of making it quite fair. Oh god. Oh, okay.
Is this supposed to lose fight? Because you're not hurting him.
It is a supposed to lose fight, but I have to try. He will get more aggressive the more I
More you fail to hurt him?
no, so you see the red crystal I'm shooting?
Yeah.
I need to get rid of that to actually deal damage to him. It's not looking good if he keeps using the time things. Yeah, I still got hit.
At least you got stylish points for losing.
Yeah, it's because I kept the combo going and actually dealt some damage to the crystal. I got halfway through it.
That is more blood than I think I've ever seen on Dante.
Kaioken. Ow.
Round 2.
Motherfucker.
Oh, blood's gone.
Hey. That's the first, like, decent look that we get at his devil form in a cutscene.
Why didn't he do that originally?
Oh, he knows he can't win right now. He's currently trying to save Nero.
It's weird to see Dante in a fight he knows he can't win. Dante usually doesn't have that problem.
Well,
If anything, he's a bit hot-headed.
I mean, yeah. Well, he's old. To be fair, at this point in his life, he's a lot older and he's a lot wiser. He's still cocky, but he's usually rightly so cocky.
I think you need to turn subtitles on, though.
You know what? I'll do it. I don't think I can do it. Well, they were leaving anyway. It makes no difference. Yeah, I can't pause it.
Okay. Oh, I see. His hair coloring went into the monster.
Unfortunately, what I did just skip then when I tried to pause to see if I could turn the subtitles on was Dante getting shot out of the...
It doesn't look good.
Dante got shot out of the arena. And his sword got shattered.
Ah.
And Lady and Trish got absorbed into Urizen.
Okay, maybe shouldn't have skipped all that.
I tried not to skip. That's why I was hoping it would pause and go, are you sure you want to skip? But basically, Trish and Lady are gone, and Dante is, as far as we know, dead.
You know, that thing's giving me a freak out with all the little holes.
Got a buh.
Well, I love a buh.
Give me that buh.
Give me that booty. Give me that ba.
Okay, well, now we got a big opening scene.
What, another video?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. That was the prologue we just watched.
Well, at least he's got his name on the door.
That says Nico.
And?
That's not his name.
May as well be. I don't know who Nico is.
So,
Oh. Just put it on the other side. So it's Nico and Nero. What is with the devil hunters just driving around with hot women who they don't seem interested
How
in?
does it feel to be rescuing the guy that killed your father?
Hey, I'm glad we're getting personal.
I mean, to be fair, Dante has openly flirted with Lady and Trish.
True, but failed miserably in every regard.
Yeah. Whereas Nero has a girlfriend that he's madly
Maybe
in
that's
love
why
with.
she never turns up in the game.
Well, yeah, because then she's at risk.
Well, no, but also game developers have a certain type of this thing about having their main characters have girlfriends in the game. It's kind of like, no.
What is this, Persona?
Oh, you notice the enemies of Persona never care about your girlfriend?
I mean, yeah.
I see him.
Why even have a sword?
Hey, you have to hit every single bump in the road? Gonna ruin my groove.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, seems more effective than his pistol.
Mommy!
Whoa! You know,
Yep.
how do demons keep taking over the world? They seem relatively
To be
quite...
fair, nobody expected these two to rock up, I think.
Yeah, but does she have special powers too?
No, she's just really, really smart and cocky.
I know. Well, I get that, but the burning them with a cigarette doesn't seem super smart.
I mean, it worked, didn't it?
True. But it seems like normal guns. Well, the reason I'm asking is it seems like humans consistently lose unless, you know, the devil hunters turn up. But it feels like...
I mean, most of the devil hunters are either demon or half demon, but like Lady isn't a demon, and obviously Nico isn't a demon.
Yeah.
So it is possible for humans to actually be powerful in this world. It's just not many.
I think the army would at least be able to handle the demon. Then again, you don't really see the army much. Although, there've been some pretty big demonic incursions. Do they not have, like, task forces about these things?
Well, this is the thing. In the games, they never really go into it too much about like how a government is dealing with this. Whereas in the new anime, they do. Like, I never realized that thing had a sign in its head.
Yeah, because the anime is basically the government invading hell, right?
Yeah, so the anime takes a much more political stance on like what it would be like in a world where humans don't just fucking do nothing. Whereas in the games and in the original anime, police, army don't really do anything. They just kind of act like this. None of it exists.
Which is real stupid when this is the 5th game and this keeps happening.
Well, let's look at it like this. First game, everything that goes down, barred Dante's shop blowing up, is on an island remote that no one can
Sure.
find. The second
3.
game is on another island that doesn't have any humans that aren't aware that demons exist. Like, it's a population of
3
people
has
that know
a
demons
giant
exist.
tower happen in the middle of...
3 has a giant tower appear in the middle of a city, and it just fucks everything
Their
up.
guns are doing fuck all. Clearly they need a van.
I mean, it's not that they're doing fuck all, they're doing minimal damage.
What's going on?
You're about to be din-dins!
See? Should have gone with a van.
You look like you need a hug, but you're not gonna get one from me. Better get lost.
Well, that's just rude.
But I wanted one!
I could use a hug.
I've had a day, sir.
Let him do his thing.
Actually, you can hug me.
crew cut.
Fuck you, call me!
You taking notes?
Okay. I mean, all his friends just died. But yeah, Sassel. Sassel's good.
Alright.
You telling me all my crew just died? And a twink could have come in here and done that?
I mean, it is the point where you could have maybe had a gun.
Got some cleaning up.
Ugh.
You're crazy, man. Wait, are they in London?
So they're not. But all of the architecture for all of the cities in Devil May Cry is very British focused.
That's...
So like, I don't know if you remember in Devil May Cry 4, but a lot of the architecture was British, a lot of the vehicles were kind of based on like old-timey British vehicles.
Now you mention it, yes, and it's actually quite odd.
Yeah, because A, they're not British. But this is a made-up town. This is a made-up city. This is a city called Redgrave City. So.
Also, I just realised Nero looks like 10.
Yeah, the hair.
Put the subtitles in.
Oh yeah. The hair was actually doing more for him in the other game.
I feel like this hair is definitely better because it makes him not look like he's just trying to copy.
Hang on. Dynamic 3 voice volume. No, it'll be in.
Probably be in game options usually, or language.
Yeah, maybe language. There you go. Did that save? Yep. Okay, good. Didn't see that because I paused.
Really getting the hang of this new tour.
Oh, you've got 3 of them, and randomly there's one on the floor over there.
Yep. So.
Need to leave this here? Wait.
How? Did she come ahead of you?
What, Nico?
Oh, that is.
Yeah, the green orb's not looking so hot now, is it?
The green orb's kind of looking like it just found out it's got to pay off the bank. Go, go. There's always a giant rock-hard tendril. I know, I once went to buy an overcoat. Because I, you know, overcoats were cool, and I went to buy one, and the lady in the store, I was like 15 at the time, the lady in the store looked at me and went, "You're not tall enough. You got the wrong body shape for an overcoat." I was like, wow.
Wow, thanks for
Fuck you.
not making a sale, lady.
Yep, you're not getting jack shit out of me. Admittedly, she probably wasn't wrong. I think I'm too wide for an overcoat. It just makes me look like a dad from a 90s movie who doesn't pay attention to his kids. That's haunting. You know, the one who ends up learning?
Yes. He's learning.
He's learned how to, you know, he's become a better parent. What a wondrous thing. And you're kind of like, yeah, this isn't a Hallmark, though. Although I love all the memes about Hallmark movies where it's just like, the bad guy is someone who, you know, has been making a life and working and isn't some hick from a no-name town in Kansas. So the different arms do different things, I assume?
Yeah, so Overture is basically... It's kind of like the same thing as his old arm. It just delivers like heavy damage, but in an electrical explosion. But you'll find other arms throughout the game that do different things. Some of them like boost you, some are rocket propelled, some are like heavy wire-based ones that cut through enemies. There's all sorts. And then there's a lot of gimmicky ones, like there's one that heals you, but it basically is a vibrator.
And you can only have 3.
No, you can unlock more. So you unlock more slots, and you can buy multiple of them.
Can you swap arms deliberately, or do you have to destroy the one?
You have to destroy them, so they're in a set thing. So if you want the next arm, you've got to destroy the one you've got.
I'm bringing the fire.
Which is probably the weakest aspect of it.
Well, it is what it is. It adds a bit of something, I guess.
Incinerator! That sort makes it easy, right?
Like that? Then have some more. Gave you that one.
Yeah,
Well,
wow.
the dodging lesson's not gone well.
Swing and a miss.
He didn't miss.
Oh yeah, you can also parry in this, which is like super helpful.
Yes, I'm seeing firm evidence of that.
I just did a parry.
Yeah, and then you got your ass kicked. I assume it's that little flash.
Yeah.
You know, a part of me is expecting it to open up like a mouth, but the fact I know it won't is distressing. Instead, it's like some weird kidney-ass looking thing. Okay, the blood effects are a bit weird looking, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I don't think they expected anybody to be that close at that point. Oh, the door's open. Hey, I killed that guy. Can we go?
That'll keep him, but not for long.
How did she get past all the holes?
She drove.
Not just here, but everywhere.
She drove.
Well, hopefully, by the next game, people remember that the demons attacked everywhere.
Oh, here you go, flashback.
Ah, 2 months ago. Good. I'm glad it mentioned 2 months ago.
Motor oil. I'm assuming bleach.
Pet mechanic. Don't get used to it.
You should not be smoking under a vehicle.
No, that is asking for fire damage. And yet at the same time, look, I'm not saying it's hot, but it's kind of hot. This is definitely a fetish.
I'll try to save you some. Not.
She's
Alright.
so mean to me. I think I'm in love with her.
Well, looks like it's time to open up the old Filofax.
Fucking me when it's 3 in the morning and one of my kids is just in the doorway having shat themselves.
Well, one day it'll be me standing in your doorway having shat myself.
Alex!
I pooped!
I did it again. Why are you telling me? Because you need to know.
I filled the pillowcase. I brought it.
Also, give me your arm.
You a demon?
Man. You were
I'm not-
demonless.
I'm-
No, he's
I'm
Sephiroth.
not a demon. Gimme.
Well, see, now someone's got to pick that up.
I'm taking this back.
My J.O. hand.
Took him a while to notice.
A little bit, yeah. Oh, he turned his hand into a sword.
Wait, so didn't he already have a sword? Why did his hand turn into a sword?
He didn't already have a sword. Yamato was Virgil's sword, and this guy's just taking it.
Yeah, but why was Yamato his hand?
Because in Devil May Cry 4, Nero got Yamato and then just absorbed it into his hand.
Uh,
And then he could just use it whenever he needed to.
what the hell happened? Well, you smoked under the car and shit happened.
This is what happens when you smoke under the car, Nico.
This is why you should have better fire safety.
On the way there.
He then was in a coma for a month and for the better part of a month.
Worse. Dante would have walked that off in 5
You know, the only reason why he actually went to the place where Dante died was because V showed up and was like, yeah, Dante probably doesn't need you. I mean, you know, because you suck.
That's it.
And then Nero just got out of bed and went, fucking, I'm going.
Get some work in there.
Yo,
Oh, yeah, I'll do it.
check it out.
What? And this is?
From Morrison. I think it's his manifesto.
Who doggy?
It's been 30 years
The
since I
last-
last wrote something like a letter. Don't have a typewriter or nothing, so unfortunately you're stuck with my shitty handwriting for now. I heard you heading back to
30 years
Redgrave.
without writing anything.
I wasn't sure exactly what I could do for you. I'm not a powerhouse like you or the sharpest knife in the drawer. Still, given my business, the least I can do is get you a few leads. Can't say exactly how useful they'll be to you, but hey, gotta be better than nothing, right? I can tell you've not done this in a while. You are avoiding the context.
Well, and grammar.
What, are you just untangling?
Yeah, I'm just untangling and I'm grabbing a thing.
Okay. So the first time I met Dante, he actually went by a different name, Tony Redgrave. Bet that got your attention, huh? Tony Redgrave, Redgrave City, just a coincidence or something more? I honestly can't say. Still, figured if you're heading in that direction, you might be able to learn the truth yourself. That's why I've decided to tell you everything I know about Dante. It ain't every day I just give that stuff away, boy. You best be grateful. Anyway, he told us nothing.
Yeah, no, he did very little in that. That wasn't even an instruction.
Do some more missions, and maybe I'll tell you more stuff about Dante.
I'm cooking. Any special orders?
Humble pie?
Any special orders? I love you.
Hey, I got
All
a
right.
reward for ya.
All right, hold on.
So Overture, Gabera.
I mean, the pistols tattoos. Are we going to talk about that? And the tramp stamp? Somebody on the design team has a fetish.
Look no further.
Gabera GP01.
And
Yeah,
it's
so
me.
because it's the special edition, she is about to just put a bunch of hands on the table.
You like pasta, right?
So we've got to watch this bending over animation a bunch of times, huh?
Yeah, you're totally complaining.
Be on for size.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying whoever designed this, someone has a fetish.
Curie will love it. Catch my meaning?
That's the
That
one
is a vibrator.
that is the one that vibrates.
You want the creme de la creme?
Okay.
Look no further.
Well,
Dr. Wiley, someone's here to see you. Is that the white-haired boy?
is she a hot chick with tattoos? Cause I'll be in there like spin there, baby.
It's a white-haired boy. I'm not in.
It's not Dante. Okay, I'm kind of in.
It's Nero. I'm not in. He's lost his demon arm. I'm listening.
Oh, what the one with like the thing? No, fuck him.
With the thing.
He's too much like hard work. You know what I mean? It's like, what even are you? Also, he calls his gun the Blue Rose, but when it's written there, it looks like it's called the Blue Hose, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man?
Okay.
How to get someone to tell you're American? Get a tattoo of 2 pistols going into your trousers. So you're gonna take the Mega Buster, right?
I can do if you want me to.
Yes, I do. You know, they made the gold orb really boring.
Yeah, it's just a... Not an orb anymore, really.
No, that's a diamond. Do you need Vibrati hand?
No. Literally, all that does is, like, slowly heal you. It's fairly useless.
What about fork hand?
Again, not really one I'll use. Yeah, there's nothing else I really want to use. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got a fair amount of money and everything in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, had a couple of grand from the first 2 missions. Oh wow, it even gives you an animation to start off.
Well, that is a choice.
What a mess.
Oh, hey, look. Corpses.
Get him.
Are they corpses or are they... What are they?
They're corpses. It's people who have been drained of all their blood.
Yeah. And now you're in Oxford Street or Piccadilly Gardens or something. But what does the Buster one actually, Mega Buster actually do? Oh. It replaces your pistol, basically.
Well, no, because I've still got my pistol.
So you just have two guns? You know, it's weird. You always hear in, like, when they're talking about most powerful video game weapons, the Mega Buster always gets mentioned, and it always seems remarkably unpowerful to me. Admittedly, I'm not well versed on Mega Man lore, and with those old games, the lore, like, the power levels can be nuts. I mean, look at Kirby, he's universal. Which is weird when you think about it. So you're getting red orbs because you're killing these guys who drink the blood of humans, right?
Yeah, basically. Red orbs are literally just crystallized human blood. That's all they are.
Yeah. That sounds about right. So you're spending the blood of humans when you could give it to a blood bank. But no, you don't want to help people. I wonder why they didn't involve Kyrie in this game. Maybe they just had too many characters.
I mean, she doesn't really have a place in it. She doesn't really need to be there.
Apparently it was mostly money, because they didn't want to bother finding a voice actor with the right face.
Well, fair enough. That choice. The thing is, her voice actor is still in it, because she talks.
Yeah, but I have a sneaking suspicion that a voice actor doesn't look like the original model, and apparently in the model this game is made in, you need a mocap for the best experience.
I mean, I get that, but Johnny Young Bosch looks nothing like Nehku.
True, but they might have had a different, like, mocap actor who looked like him. And if someone's going to be on the screen for 30 seconds, why bother?
Oh yeah, fair play.
Oh, mate, that was a nice car, too. Imagine all the spiders living in it.
Didn't realize that car was owned by Josh.
Yeah. Alright. Cleaving Vanguard Hellkiner. By the way, feel free to get rid of the Mega Buster at some point. You really don't have to keep it.
I just wanted to show you it.
I mean, I don't think Kyrie is going to enjoy it. Well, meanwhile, the vibrating one, however. Or the pasta strainer one. That's the one I'm really interested in. But it also costs 2,000 bits, so I'm curious what if it does anything cool or if it's just a gag. How jokes would it be if it's the most powerful one you can get? Amazing how she can make these kind of weapons. You gotta admit, there's something hard about a lady who can make mechanical stuff, right?
Like a woman who can build, do you?
I mean, it's no bad thing. Who says I have to fix a sink? Maybe they can. Suddenly real dark. Look, I've only ever held one rule in my life, and it's don't date ballerinas. Because they're mean. And possibly models, too. Mainly it's ballerinas. Don't ever date ballerinas. They're mean and kind of... Also actresses. We're just called actors now. But that's from my own experience when I was a teenager. Actors are like... That's both genders of actors, or all genders of actors, tend to be kind of bitchy.
Speaking from experience.
Very much so. Went to
High on
drama
Life
school.
2 official announcement.
Huh?
High on Life 2 has been announced.
Yeah, it was announced ages ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3 days ago, I think.
No, I thought it was part of the PlayStation showcase.
No, not the PlayStation one.
Might be. It wasn't the Xbox one, but also like you know what? High on Life was fine.
But it was fine.
Yeah, the combat was. Oh, that is unpleasant. Kill it. Why did it keep saying starring the DMC crew?
So they put a multiplayer function in this game, but it's not exactly a good multiplayer function. Basically, when you play through certain missions, it crosses over with people who are in different missions playing as different characters. So, like, I've turned offline mode on. So all we're going to see when another character is within the area is the DMC crew, because it's just something that they've set up.
So yeah, that makes no difference. They don't turn up or anything.
Sometimes they can be on screen with you. There are certain missions where you're actually fighting next to somebody. But it's not a full multiplayer thing. Like, I don't know if anybody has actually successfully, like, gotten into their friend's game on purpose.
That sounds maddening.
Yeah, here's the thing. Nobody asked for it. Like, it's a cool little feature, but it's like it's also pointless because if, like,
I feel like this game's
either make it
well,
co-op or just don't.
I don't think this game's particularly designed for co-op.
Well, no, but this is what I mean. It's a cool little co-op thing, and you know when there's a chance that your friend will get to see how you performed in a mission because it's. You know, if it's a mission where, like, you're not fighting the same enemies, you just get to see the scenario play out as it happened through their game. But it's like, who cares?
I don't want to see how other people perform. It just makes me feel bad.
Also, this game annoyed the guy that made the new Devil May Cry anime.
Well, you didn't like it?
He was frustrated that 5 got announced because he was given the IP of Devil May Cry to do an anime, and he was hoping he could resurrect it, and then he'd get basically a lot more fame out of it. But because this game was announced and he was already working on the Devil May Cry anime, he was like, oh, well, now I'm not resurrecting anything, so, you know, like, that sucks. And it's just like, dude, if you actually gave a shit about this series.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of mixed things about the guy who.
I've seen him interview, and he just doesn't.
The guy who made the anime is a douchebag.
Yeah, like he's put. What's the best way to describe it? He's put a lot of things in regards to like fan service. Like it's clear that he's played the series. It's clear that he's like played the games, and he's clearly some form of fan. But I also think that he's like, I need to put my own spin on it, and that's going to make me famous.
seem to earn a lot of gems quite quickly. At least against these guys. So is this still 20-minute, 21 missions like all the others, or is it longer?
It's 20.
They said all the others were 20, and they always seem to be slightly longer than 20.
I mean, Devil May Cry 4 was still 20, it just didn't feel like it.
Yeah, that last boss fight definitely dragged it out. Actually, the entire bit where you had to fight all the bosses dragged it. That game was paddy, which I get.
That's not, you're
I
not wrong.
understand it was the purpose. What you gonna do with that fat butt? Wick, 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 dee, 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 dee. This is a terrible room design. I suppose the entire thing with having 20 missions, it doesn't equate to how long the missions actually are. Because I feel like Devil May Cry 2 had, or Devil May Cry 1 had the shortest. Like, you could get through Devil May Cry 1 pretty quickly. Devil May Cry 2, mid-level length, it depended on the levels, but they also had 2 campaigns, so I feel like they were shorter. Devil May Cry 3 had quite long, but there were a lot of puzzle sections in it. And then Devil May Cry 4, kind of a mix. The Nero bits were quite long, the Dante bits were really short. So I feel like this is somewhere in the other stage where they're all quite long missions, just because they had the time. Admittedly, we'll have to see. I can't tell for myself.
So pretty though.
I mean, no, that's a giant head.
Nah, pretty.
Also, there's all the dead people. I mean, you know. Honestly, and you call me murderous as you slowly butcher your way through all these demons. I mean, what's the worst I ever did aside from that one thing?
Oh, I mean, Nanako died.
She lived.
Yeah, you remember when you killed her? Yeah, that was the whole thing.
No,
yeah,
I
she
never
died.
killed her.
Yep,
She
dead.
lived.
Yep, dead as shit, I believe was the words used.
What was it? Dead as shit, huh?
Dead as shit. And we get to read. You okay? What's up? Do I want what? Right now? On stream? Why? Okay. Yeah. Hang on. I'm being given a Father's Day gift early. Oh my god. Is that a new bandana? It is. Oh my fucking god. That's so cool. Thank you. It is my colours. It's black and red. I'm fucking going to be honest with you. I was like, oh my god, she's got me a dress. She's asking me to dress up.
I mean, there was the promise of a Harley Quinn nurse's outfit.
Yeah, when I said when we got to, what was it, 100,000 followers? Thank you, baby. Thank you. That's really good. I'll put that on tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. We're not streaming tomorrow. I'll put it on Monday. You want me to? You want me to? No, because then everyone's going to see what I look like without this on.
You already gave up and showed it when you just, gave up to Eva. Looking swanky. Yep, and we'll get to watch you showing off that sweet, sweet Alex face.
Oh my god, it's so big.
Big is good.
Yeah, you gotta do the triangle.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Okay, that is huge. That is
Right now. That's not what we're going with.
that's a kitchen towel right there.
Bath towel.
It's not a tea towel anymore.
You could wear that as a sarong.
Oh god, it still might be a bit big, but it's fine. I can make it work.
You'll grow into it.
I'll grow into it. Fuck off. All more hair to hide.
Ooh, new and shiny.
That's because it's new and not gammy.
Hey, you can burn the old one now.
I'm gonna have to. Oh, there we go.
Swanky.
I might have to trim it down. It is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Still though.
I mean, it makes up for the ponytail you removed.
What? It's like the ponytail I removed. Fuck you. Oh well, there you go.
Like a fancy pirate.
I do. I look like I looked like a budget pirate before. Now I look like a fancy pirate.
Yeah, you no longer look like a cheap asshole.
All right. You know what? You're being mean now. Thank you, baby.
Aww,
Oh, look! Look how shiny.
that is very shiny. And of course, you fall in a hole.
You know. Tell me I'm fat without telling me I'm fat.
I don't think Nero has a body fat percentage, if I'm honest, looking at him.
Well, we've not seen him shirtless yet. Maybe the next game.
I do not like the worms in there.
Woo!
So I'm curious, they introduced a parry mechanic. How much does that become a thing you have to do for certain bosses?
It's not something you have to do. It does fucking help, though.
Because it feels like one of those things, you know, when games introduce a new mechanic and suddenly you just have to do it. Like in older games, whenever you got a new weapon, that was the way you beat the next boss.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
is it right?
not really. Like all of Nero's fights, especially that, because you don't really unlock many more new arms, and they don't really have any specific. It's different ways to fight. That's all they are.
Okay, but it needs to stop with these random things that look like a fucking entry in a medical textbook.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, Josh, that this is not the last time we will be using them.
It's the weird little bug thing with the tendrils going into that. It's all very distressing. He says as he walks through corpses and looks at the destroyed remnants of a bus. And I'm looking at all this, maybe that's what I'll do on this this Wednesday.
What?
Maybe we'll play Zombie U.
Tell you what, you call me from now on, and I'll hustle on over.
How did she have a
Alright,
wired phone?
I don't know, how did she...
Trust me, we're gonna see more impressive driving from Nico.
Also, how did she keep everything on her shelves in there?
It's best not to think about it. Love the music,
Hey.
though.
I mean, talk about van life. Oh yeah, get that D combo, Alex.
Nah, too expensive right now.
Man, you always say that about the D.
I'm just going to expand that.
Oh, so you can have 8 of them.
Yeah. And you can pick them up along missions as well on the floor. So like, it's not as if you're gonna be out there. Although at the minute, I am just gonna use Overture a little bit, just because it's nice and simple. And I'll get another one just to increase my health a little bit.
Does it share your vitality across characters?
Yeah.
Shame you haven't got a devil trigger yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get one of those soon. There's a dude throwing trucks.
Well, whatever makes him happy. Well, at least you're already in an ambulance.
You know, like, they couldn't do it because he needs to be cool, but it would have been great if when it landed and it just went back to normal, you just heard him go, "Ah!"
It'd be cool if he came out with just a needle stuck in his arm. But he doesn't notice at first, like, yeah, I'm cool. Oh my god!
Hey, you happen to see a guy around here, about this big, uses a cane? I was supposed to meet him. Did you snack on him?
Oh, he's got a belly mouth. 140k did it. This dude is gonna struggle to buy glasses. He's gonna have to go contacts.
Oh, God, imagine putting all those contacts in the morning.
I mean, you're a big guy.
Well, at least the belly ones would be kind of easier.
Scrapping fart in the wind than anything else. Yeah, no offense.
That feels like it was offensive.
I just love that he kept just like a full-on straight face. Like, he looked concerned for him.
It always seems funny when these demons ask you if you know who they are, because why would you? It's not that they've got Facebook. Actually, they might. They might still have MySpace.
Demon space.
See, that's gonna give you indigestion right there.
Oh, that's acid reflux. That's acid reflux.
He needs some Tums.
Cool trick. Hey, do you do parties?
Can he talk out his belly mouth?
Yeah, maybe I will. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Sorry is relative. You guys really don't know each other. Which in hindsight, when I think about it, it's a bit odd Dante doesn't know any demons for the most part casually. I guess Trish.
Yeah, Trish. To be fair, that does kind of get opened up a bit in the anime.
What, he makes some friends?
Yeah.
Meets demons he doesn't immediately kill?
You're great. Yak it up all you want.
Meanwhile, Mundus is still just chilling, huh?
Well, Mundus apparently just got sent back to the underworld, but they talk about Mundus like he's dead, so I don't know.
I mean, do demons die, or do they come back, or... I suppose they don't really go into the biology of it, do they?
No, not really.
I may be asking too much from an edgy hack and slasher, in fairness.
Let's just leave him out there for a little bit, eh?
So he's gonna have to pay for that. Rude. It's weird he's talking exactly like the Olog High in Shadow of War. Also, was he throwing like trucks at the giant?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's because all those trees are they're related to Urizen, who is obviously trying to become the new Demon King. So he's pissed because he wants to be the new Demon King. Did I pick up Sweet Surrender?
Yes.
Okay, well, heal me, bitch.
Is Sweet Surrender the glowy, vibrating one?
Yep.
Well, I don't know how many people want one of those that glows green, but then I don't know who buys them. Maybe they do. Maybe there's a high market for LED colors on it. I wouldn't feel like there would be, right? You just fisted his belly mouth.
A church?
Why do you want to?
It's not a good place.
And again, better to be a king in hell, I guess.
My stars in grief and
Oh, god damn it. It's Edgar Allan, god damn it.
It's Edgar Allan Wren.
Poe.
Edgar Allan Wren.
Edgy Allan Poe.
More!
That was just rude.
little wanderer. Ivy home.
Owie!
Oh, he's got little spider eyes.
Yeah. Now he's dead?
Thought I was gonna have to pick you out of his, tummy teeth.
Pardon
We-
my delay. I was catching up on some reading.
Yeah, looks like a real page turner.
I mean, the book has his name on it. He's reading his own book.
Think
Uh-huh.
he's still in there?
If Urizen defeated him, then I expect he's not much more than Clifod pollen by now.
What?
Oh god, just thinking about it's giving me hay fever.
In the underworld,
Yeah, that's...
it thrives on human blood.
Would it be hay fever or person fever in this case?
Hmm. It depends, because it's the pollen actually. Like, is the pollen blood?
Well, if he's been turned into pollen.
We need to find out.
Well, that's when he's got no blood left, so...
If not, we don't.
Wait,
Maybe?
Dante always had blood left.
first we need to exterminate some Clifod roots.
And cook it with turmeric and a little bit of
There you go,
salad.
so... There's our panther friend that kept fighting us in Devil May Cry 1.
Hell are you?
And then there's Griffin. And then there's Nehku.
I know I'm late. Shut it! The roads were all clogged. Hey, you must be V, huh? Hey, you're gonna get that? Ding, 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 right by your feet.
Why is he wearing sandals?
Ooh-wee. I'm gonna make something amazing.
He actually took his clothes off a dude that was robbing someone.
Did you just sniff that?
So a human was actually walking around like that prior.
A mugger was walking
A
around in
mugger was walking around dressed in that. To be fair, I'd be angry too if I was just like that.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't read depressing poetry.
Well, he is who he is. What are you going to do? Read depressing poetry is what you're going to do, Josh.
Find a store and pick up some better shoes.
Nah, better shoes?
Ask the hot mechanic lady to make better shoes.
And cover more ground. Good idea.
I mean, to be fair, it kind of looks like if he did dress after someone, you know, who was mugging someone, at that point it looks like he basically...
Cash first.
All the materials I collected for your little pet projects don't count for anything.
Cash
Well, it looks
first,
like he-
I'll give you blood.
Every dime.
It looks like he robbed a BDSM Shakespearean actor at this point with that
Oh, don't let
outfit.
the demon smack you around so much.
Ooh, yeah.
Do, do, do.
Really gifted. It's a work of art.
Oh, so you're an artist now, huh?
Yes, I am. Got any questions, little chicken?
I mean,
Grandmother was called the 45 caliber virtuoso, legendary gunsmith. I hope to be like her someday, an artist and a lethal artist.
That is the person that made Dante's pistols, by the way. She actually died making them.
she probably went a bit over and above, really.
Not even that. So it's all told in a graphic novel. Basically, she was making the pistols for Dante because when he used normal guns, he would just shatter them with how quickly he was firing.
I'll see you at the bottom of the Clifod.
So she made them. Her shop was being burnt down at the time, and she'd been attacked by someone pretending to be Virgil.
I'll let you
making Dante think his brother was still alive, which he was, but at that point he thought he was dead for the first time, and then he thought he was dead a second time. And she finished making the guns and then died in Dante's arms. On Ebony and Ivory, there is actually a message that says, for Tony Redgrave, because he went by the name Tony Redgrave at the time. He stopped going by Tony Redgrave after that because he realized that she never actually knew his name, and it pissed him off. So he decided to just start going by his actual name, because when he went by a fake name, demons still found him, so he didn't care anymore.
You know, I'm just going to point out that, like, that name, Dante sounds faker than Tony.
All right, move out.
Well, Dante's the name of the son of Sparta, whereas Tony's just a name he decided to give himself, so people didn't think he was...
No, I know, but if I met someone and they said their name was Dante, and another person who said their name was Tony, I was going to assume the person who said their name was Dante was lying about their name more.
Well, then his plan worked. He threw you off.
I guess. Oh no, bats.
Winged deception. I don't think that's deceptive. It's a fucking fiery winged bat.
At least they didn't go over creative with the name. Pyrobat. Nice, simple, does what it needs to. Tells you it's a bat, and there's pyros. Also looks like Fear Batman.
It does look like Fear Batman now that I think about it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. The Demon Army needs to pull its socks up. It seems to only have very... Oh, there's a green gem over there.
I don't need it.
Yeah, the Demon Army needs to get better troops. No wonder they keep losing.
The closer one first. Gotta start somewhere.
I mean, I'm not saying they're the worst soldiers I've ever seen, but in terms of, like, armies, they're not great.
They're not really fucking doing anything.
Do you not want to pick up that one arm that was on the floor there?
No, it's sweet surrender.
Yeah, but you've only got 2 arms. I guess they don't wear out.
Yeah, I'll get more. I mean, they can break, but I'm not really that... Again, I'm not fussed.
I wonder how they break. Probably because, you know... What's her face isn't that good? Nika. This is the downside with having one person called Nico and one person called Nero. It's just going to be confusing for old people like me. But what are you going to do? We all get old and we all fall apart. Mostly me. And I've just noticed it started doing that slow-mo thing.
It's been doing it the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed it before, but it seems more prevalent now, which might be me being
End
slow.
of every combat encounter. It does it.
Maybe I am just being slow.
So this Clyde fight. Screw it. We're taking this fucking thing down.
Yeah, I'd give up trying to say that name. Sounds like he's just saying Clyfa. A grim grip. Like when you try and jack it off after too many Bacardi Cokes. You don't know your own strength.
Jesus Christ.
What do you call it?
I mean, I don't drink Bacardi Coke, so...
Well, then you've not got a problem. But if you did, what would you call it?
Punchline. Yeah.
Oh, you got a fucking rocket punch now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do it. Also, why don't you drink Bacardi and Cokes? They're nice.
It's not for me.
Admittedly, I haven't really had a drink in a while now.
Well, I had a drink today. I literally only drink when I go to my folks now. That's it.
Might have one tomorrow, but I don't really drink at the minute.
No, neither do I. I'm To be honest, I don't even miss it. It's just I also don't feel... You know how some people stop drinking after they drink for years, and they're like, oh, I feel so much better, I have energy, I have this, I have that. I don't feel any different. It has not really done anything for me.
I don't miss waking up after the odd stream with a hell of a hangover.
I never did, so I guess that's why it doesn't really bother me.
I did. It was rare, but it did happen. And like any time you wake up with a hangover, you spend the entire time thinking, what did I say?
Yeah, man.
Well, there's no star points there. Well, the rocket punch seems like the best one.
It's certainly the most fun. The thing is, whilst it's not on you, if you get hit, then it breaks like that.
Oh, well, it was fun. So how does the overture one break?
If you get hit whilst you're using it. So, like, if I do what I just did, and get hit whilst I'm doing it, then it breaks.
And they break.
Like that.
Well, at least you got one left.
That was for show. But I can also, again, they're 500 red orbs each, so I can just buy more when I get to a shop.
Which
it's not
raises the question: why does she want crystallized human blood?
I mean, the game would just make the argument of, oh, she needs it because it requires a certain amount of blah 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 blah.
I suppose you could argue there's iron in it, but there's like a very tiny amount of iron in it. I think we had this discussion a while ago where we checked how much if you measured the amount of iron in someone's blood.
We did have this conversation before, yeah.
And it was something like a couple hundred.
I think we ended up working out how much we need to make a sword.
Yeah,
and it was an ungodly, it was an ungodly amount of people. I'm not talking to that many people. Fuck that.
I'm not taking blood from them. $124 people to get enough iron for it.
Oh look!
Oh.
It's my favorite things from the first game.
I can fix them. Man, they got them prostate tickling fingers, don't they? Ah, yeah, they do.
I'm pretty sure they still make the noise in this, and I think the second I heard it, I just went, I hate everything.
I like how you're trying to avoid the term prostate fingers. Prostate
I mean,
fingers.
I'm certainly doing my best.
Well, we're not going to talk about it? Come on, look at them. They got them ticklies right there. They don't seem to be making any noise. I think they're mostly trying not to get sued by Harry Potter. Or, you know, the Tolkien estate. Ooh, maybe that's something I could do during my holiday. I could rewatch Lord of the Rings. I haven't watched it in ages. I'm sorry, when did you get a vibrating spinny one?
I literally just picked it up.
So, we're going to talk about it?
No need.
Come on, let's have a little discussion about it.
It's just a vibrating spinny one, Josh. I don't know what you want from me.
I want you to explain in detail why it's not something we should be concerned about.
Without strength, you can't protect anything. You know that.
Sounding very Virgil-y right now.
It was a weird time to have this conversation. There's no one around. And it wasn't brought up.
You know what? You're right. Let's call a friend.
How's she gonna get here?
I suppose we'll see, won't we?
You're up, Nehku.
How the fuck you think I'm gonna... Never mind, I'm here.
Well. Was she talking to you or a short?
There's no such thing as too prepared.
Disagree.
Oh, she got a new one.
I got a new arm for ya.
She got punchline.
Isn't that the one she made?
And Helter Skelter. No, no, different
well,
one.
Okay.
I'm gonna let air hike just because it's...
Oh, look, if no one's gonna say it, there's probably a lot of money, and I mean, Bad Dragon does well for it? Yeah, why not?
Need 7 grand for the next one. I'm gonna buy a few more of these.
Oh, look, you've got one of the pasta makers.
Yeah, so when you unlock one, you just get one off the bat, so you have one to play around with.
So we could see what the pasta maker does.
Yeah, I'm about to do a boss. I'm not doing that right now. Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Artemis.
Into it. 6 shots. What in the Dragon Ball Z?
What? No chit chat or monologue?
The arm really takes me out of it.
It does look a bit goofy.
anything that isn't
Okay.
anything that isn't overture just looks a little bit out of place.
4 shots. Why does she have a fish tail? That to be an important question, Alex. Is there a boss rush in this one?
A little bit.
Because whenever I see kind of these silent level bosses, I always assume there's going to be a boss rush. I don't think she wants to talk, Nero, bud. Or can talk, for that matter. Weirdly reminds me of the Death Angel from Hellboy 2.
I can see that.
I think it's the wings.
Ugh.
Also, the fact she's killing you, that's a big point. Mocking you, Alex.
Got it.
Wait, who's talking?
Ah!
You know, I'm just going to point out, she was probably here just trying to read, chilling. And what did you do? You jumped in here, you gave her sass, and you're hitting her with your sword. At this point, you're the baddie.
Your voice is so annoying. How about I shut you up?
And now you're acting like a librarian. Harsh. Wait, did you break your shooty arm?
Yeah. Punchline's easy to break because when it's not on you, it just breaks.
Oh, there's someone in her.
Not only is someone in her, Josh. Best girls in there. We may have just killed Best Girl.
Well. You can't be best girl unless you're bisect, and she's naked.
Woo!
That is just full-on nude.
So this white liquid, we're going to be in agreement that you're going to tell people this wasn't me, right?
Well, it's slightly blue, so it already looks like Papa Smurf went at her.
From my gunsmith days.
Now, Smurfs, don't tell nobody about this.
Can't believe
But
you
Papa
did this to
Smurf, kill him.
I'm gonna have to
I
talk
told you, I'll kill you.
Don't offer her a
I'm
coat or anything.
joking. Hey, loosen up your jockstrap. Don't do anything I would do.
Like, get her clothes, put her in your van, anything. She's still naked.
Kitty, it would kill me right now.
Yes, I will.
This is my third voice line.
Yeah, bitch. Well, why do I have the sneaking assumption that Trish will also be naked?
You got good intuition, but you got
But
really good
Dante
intuition.
won't.
Well, Dante didn't share the same fate. It's all you need to know. They got like absorbed. He got flown. Like he got blasted out.
Alex, if I ever get absorbed by a demon tree, I'm gonna need you to carry a spare pair of trousers around for me, because I'm not lying there covered in goo and nude.
Will do, bud. Oh, excuse me. Alright, well, I can actually make use of purple orbs now.
I like how she has nothing for you otherwise.
No, not really.
Okay, so you don't share. Oh, you do share orbs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all shared between all the characters.
Well, I can't wait to see you play a physically fit and power. Oh, he's fine. He can run 5. Yeah, that cane is fake. Does he just carry it around for the aura? Is that it?
He carries it around because it's able to kill demons.
Oh, genius says be careful. Yeah, no shit, Shirley.
So V's whole shtick is Shadow, Griffin, and Nightmare do the damage, but they can't actually kill the demons because they're not real.
Pestilence.
They're nightmares.
So it is written.
So they do the damage, and then V does the final blow. And that's how his combat works.
Quick, 'cause killing them ain't my stick. I got your back. 'Cause dying is whack.
Okay. Better question.
Mm-hmm.
Why is V so young?
He's just a representation.
At your pleasure.
There you go.
I'll land the final blow, B. You know we can't kill demons.
Why? Everyone else can.
At your pleasure. Pin him.
So V's whole thing is just moving around and not getting hit, basically.
Yep. So use the other two to do the damage.
Turn it to the underworld.
And the skills that you unlock throughout the game for actually killing them are making them do more damage to the demons and giving V easier ways to get to them.
I just wonder why his stick has to be specifically good at killing demons when anything would do. Is it a magic stick?
So, nothing proven. But apparently the stick is made of something that's somewhat demonic. But he finds it by chance, so it's basically a load of bollocks. Again,
Basically, they wanted
that
to give
is
him a
that
different
is
mechanic.
yeah. It that's in a prequel novel to Devil May Cry 5.
This is a problem when lore gets so excessive that it becomes more about you start getting novels. That's the point where lore
Well,
in games-
I mean, you say that, but like, you know, movies do it.
True. TV shows do a movie. I mean, Halo did it. It's got like 9 novels.
tragically, it's not something that you can just get a lot of. Aww, look at Shadow.
He's a good kitty. So what's Nightmare then?
So Nightmare is what your Devil Trigger is. There we
The
go.
weird Uzi thing.
You will see what Nightmare is in this. Yes.
Well, I would assume so. Otherwise, yeah, you know.
Nightmare's a little bit different in this. He's not just a big blob. I mean, he is, but it's a bit different.
Well, I'm always up for different. I'll watch anything once. Except for teen dramas. I won't watch teen dramas. Because I'm 34. And frankly, my own teenage years weren't particularly dramatic.
There we go.
I think my teenage years were slightly more in touch with the in-betweeners than, like...
Yeah. Here we go.
Dramatic. So is this your Devil Trigger?
Yep, so V's hair goes white, Nightmare enters, and he just starts fucking everyone up.
Can you ride him?
You can unlock that.
But it still suffers from the slight problem that you've got to actually finish them.
Yes, but you can tell, like, you literally unlock the skill to teleport to them, like, in the scene I just did. So you can just throw your cane at them and kill them. So it's actually super easy to kill things as V.
Well, let's look at the more logical thing. Who do you prefer playing as?
I prefer playing as Nero because it's easier to grab, throw and bring enemies to you, so I'm in more control. Dante has literally the most amount of weapons he has in any game in this. So, and you can switch between all of them. So, people who main Dante fucking love this game. And he is fun to play as. V's interesting, but I just find him boring. You don't really need to do much for him. You're tapping buttons, and you just need to move the analog stick into different directions, so you do different combos, and that's it.
What about Virgil?
You know what? I've never actually fully done a playthrough as Virgil. Because usually when I get to the point where I've done a full playthrough and I've unlocked him, I'm moving on to a different game. I'm moving on.
Fair enough. Well, I assume he plays a lot like a mix of Dante and Nero would be my guess.
He plays like his own style because he's been in games before, so he plays like Virgil in the other games.
He's so much older in this one.
So is Dante, but still same rules apply.
Yeah, although Dante's had a more interesting life, I guess. Nero's spent most of this being dead.
No, Virgil spent at least the last 10 years dead. And he was tortured for 20 years prior.
Yeah, so he's not had the best life.
Yeah, so he spent 30 years not having a great time. And his life before that wasn't great, because, you know, he felt like his mother abandoned him, basically turned on humans, felt a lot of hate.
Let's just say he doesn't have many friends.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it, at this point, his best friend is his brother that he consistently tries to fight.
Yeah, and who's left him to die, and then they end up going to hell, so he's not going to have much of a life after that either.
You're not wrong.
Frankly, I hope they have a relatively long life outside of, you know, longer than normal humans at this point. Did he just burst through the building?
Yep, that's in certain areas, Nightmare will basically create an area for you to move through if you unlock him at the right time.
And if you don't?
Then it stays secret.
Yeah, I'm beginning to see the problem with V's playing is you are just kind of walking around and waiting.
Yeah.
Plus, he keeps saying the same thing over and over again.
Blast off!
I remember this from watching Japman's playthrough. It's a lot of him saying, "Death, slice up, you're gonna die."
Slice him.
Aw, that was a cool mural.
Human blood is the source of his strength. Cut off his supply.
These guys like talking to themselves quite a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Well, to be fair, V is usually talking to Griffin. Because Griffin is the only one of them that talks.
Quite a lot, one would mention.
He does. To be fair, he's pretty well written. Also, the voice actor that played him did unfortunately pass away shortly after the game came out.
Oh, that's not cheery at all.
No, less sad.
Are you missing those red gems up there?
I'm not really that fussed.
At least it seems to give you a long time before the whole kill him.
Yeah, and I think you can extend it. Like I said, it's not that V's not interesting to play as. Obviously, it's super different and like it's fun. But again, I'm standing back and just making sure that like V doesn't get too hurt.
You know, for a guy who's clearly quite beaten up and ill, he can take a real punch.
Oh, that's his whole shtick. He's fragile.
Probably what makes him dreamy. He's basically like a very edgy Pokemon trainer for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is. That's a pretty good
or an
summary.
edgy Digimon trainer, maybe.
That's a pretty good summary, to be honest. Devil in my blood. Wait, did
Frankly, the amount of them who are just carrying those weird little bug things in their pockets is distressing.
I was gonna say, didn't I? You know what? I don't actually think I've ever put 2 and 2 together on that one.
What, in what regard?
No, in the fact that you needed the Nidhogg thing from like way back there to put into there. I don't think I've ever actually clocked that before because I've been through like 4 combat encounters in that time frame, so I just forgot.
Why so relative, innit? You don't notice. What a graffiti in this world. Oh, look, Nero.
Blood Nero.
Who's drawing Nero?
Yeah.
Like, did he suddenly become popular in the events that occurred?
Yeah.
I have so many questions. Namely, are all the people dead? I'm going to say yes. Okay, so you do have teleports now.
Yeah. You unlock that.
Like,
You unlock that fairly early, so it's.
well, it seems like he has a devil. So, who has the most missions then?
I think it's between Nero and Dante. I think it's probably Nero. I think he might have one more than Dante, but I can't remember.
I mean, it would make sense. They're pushing him quite a bit. Please, no, when I say they're pushing someone, it's not a bad thing. It's just a statement.
No, well, it's like he's the new protagonist. That's just how it is.
Well, he's the new protagonist. Did they ever make another one?
They will. It's too beloved, and after resurrecting it, there's not a chance they're gonna fucking waste the possibility of trying to make more money from it. The amount of people that were shitting on the new anime. Again, I'm not saying it's perfect, and the dude that made it's a bit of an a-hole, but there was a lot of love put into it by other people. Well, I can see that because I'm a fan of the series. So.
Oh, this one doesn't have a hot lady in it.
No, it has a hot that.
Those are the little baby things you've been walking around?
Those are his kids.
Dumb as a box of rocks. Let's not even mess with this guy, V. He can't even leave the Clifod anyway. Just a Clifod parasite. Uh-oh.
I don't remember this motherfucker being able to talk.
He is gross. Alright.
If I die, will I go to hell? And then can I just come back? Because, you know, there's a portal now.
It is a question.
It is, isn't it?
Alright, buddy, you don't have to do the poetry this much.
Oh, he's gonna.
What? His poetry is slowly getting to the point where I wouldn't actually class it as poetry. One thing, it's not doing a lot of rhyming.
Nightmare, could you not take for fucking ever to come out?
I mean, it feels like he took a full bar to come out.
Aim up! Aim up!
Well, what a useful summon that was. And now he's gone.
It's fine. Dick.
I really don't like his design. It is making me feel all kinds of unwell. The hell is that meant to be?
So when they die, they become a little orb, which is what they did in the first Devil May Cry.
Does the orb give you more devil trigger?
No. So if you go closer to the orb, then it heals them quicker. They heal regardless.
Maybe summon him now? There you go.
There we go. He dropped on him. That's what I like.
I mean, he worked. Still not fast enough, though.
It's fine. We can still deal damage to him, and he did that. Now down to stab.
The cut worm forgives the plow. What do you say?
Still not a rhyme, but alright. Yeah, he looks like a gummy worm.
I'd say walk it off, but got no legs.
Or torso, for that matter.
A little bit of a torso. There's a big one.
Okay, alright, that's not good at all. That's not good.
Nidhogg is a giant. I'm just looking at lore.
Going? Are you running away? That's not a good sign.
I'm afraid that that's a little bit more than I can take on right now.
Okay, well, doesn't matter, run.
I mean, I would have started running straight away rather than slowly walking.
Well, bye, V.
He did what he needed to do.
Failed the
5
mission.
minutes and die.
The Devil's Sword, Spada.
Wait, is that what shot you?
Yeah, it's climbing over.
Made it. It's our lucky day, V. Let's go find a game of cards.
These Glyphod roads.
He likes gambling, huh?
Well,
The fucking bird does.
underground.
Then I guess
Gambling
we
with
have
the
some
souls of
cleaning up to
humanity.
do.
And me without my gardening shears.
Well, I've unlocked skills now.
You already had skills.
Right, not really fussed about that.
Mad
Griffin,
skills.
Shadow, Nightmare. Yeah, Shadow Slayer to 5-speed movements. And our demonic canes. Meh. It's kind of between both of them, to be honest.
I mean, just split it up. You got 33 of the damn things.
Let me, not really fussed about that. Double check. Not really fussed about that. Griffin Vim. Reduce stamina for Griffin to recover after a stalemate. I mean, it's not like it takes ages.
Doesn't he? I mean, I don't know. I like Hedgehog. That sounds endearing.
Increases the Shadow's defense. Nightmare combo B, new combo for Nightmare. Yeah, why not? And then I'll unlock quick play just so I can move around a little bit more. And we'll throw an extra purple orb just so we get a bit more of Nightmare.
What, when he decides to turn up on time?
Look, he made up for it in the second part of that fight by literally body slamming Knee Dog. It's fine. And whee!
I'm sorry, what in the hoo-ha?
This is one of the things I just unlocked.
Why?
It just allows you to move faster.
Well, that's a choice. Six skills, man. 6 skills.
Almost triple
I
S,
think
but
he's gonna
no
rest in
cigar.
peace. You know, all the tentacly plant roots, bit grim.
Can't move forward without breaking through these.
I'ma just say it, you know, V's just getting other people to attack for him. Fair enough. No judgment.
That is exactly what V is doing, to be fair, but it's because he physically isn't. He's got 0 strength.
He can walk.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because all his physical strength went into the other guy.
Yeah.
No, I don't think the Combine would be attacking to this degree.
Broke a leg.
Yeah, I get that. I've been there. Actually, I haven't. I've never broken a leg. I imagine it sucks.
Yeah, I imagine it does too.
Broke my collarbone. But I don't remember it. I don't know which bone would probably suck the most to break. I feel like breaking your ribs would definitely suck. Just because there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, you break your toe, that kind of sucks for a bit, but it gets better. Breaking your back is probably the worst.
Yeah, that doesn't look fun.
No, because you never know if it's going to work together again. You know, anything in the torso area probably sucks. Like breaking an arm, for the most part, people who break their arm can still use their arm, like later on. I don't know how long it takes for a broken arm to heal.
It's usually about 8 weeks. Depending on how bad the break is.
Did you ever break your arm?
No, I had lots of friends that did.
Yeah, I had a friend who broke his arm in the locker changing room. He got thrown against a wall. It wasn't me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I worded that horribly. That makes it sound like I was the one breaking the arms.
I feel like you were the one breaking the arms.
Teacher kept finding me and was like, "Why is it everyone else's arm is always broken and never yours?" And I'm like, "Oh well, I guess that's just how it goes, Teach."
No,
Maybe stop asking questions. Maybe stop asking questions, or maybe you'll get a broken arm. Who knows?
Funnily enough, that school that day had a record number of teachers with broken arms, and the principal with a broken arm.
I admit to nothing.
I don't think there's anything you can do about it because I'm inferring. Jesus Christ, you've broken this guy's feet like 3 times. How many does he have?
Too many.
Yeah, well, that sounds true. I wonder how V would feel if I just walked past him and went, God, Dante would do it better.
Well, I mean, you know the whole V situation, don't you?
Yeah.
V still has all of that resentment. Like, he still resents Dante as well. But he also knows that he's weak and he needs Dante. That's the difference.
So what you're telling me is he's another whiny bugger.
More so. Ah, you bitch. You weren't even looking at me.
I guess you're not wrong. The other guy is relatively uncaring by the looks of it. I'll have to turn for a sound check.
Yeah, with all the explosions, I don't actually know how much we can be heard, so yeah, best to check.
We can be, it's fine. It prioritizes us over the thing. Right, I'm just gonna put my phone on charge so it doesn't die. Oh, I just realised I never turned my main light on. No wonder it's so fucking dark in here.
Get that light on and show us that pretty face.
Well, I don't really need it. I'm not very dark in my chair. But it is giving me a ruddy countenance, which is no bad thing. I've been called ruddy many times. Usually a ruddy bastard, but you know, whatever. You know, I didn't think there'd be quite so much industrial area.
Yeah, well, we're moving through a big city.
Well, I mean, I live in a big city. There's not that. Yeah, that's untrue. There's a lot of industrial stuff.
Was that? Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for.
And I always want to go in, but you're never allowed in. It's the one true sadness of fate. Of all the cool places you want to go in, you're not allowed to go into. Well, unless you decide to wear a high-vis jacket and a clipboard, and then you can go wherever you want. Or at least you used to be able to. They've changed quite a lot of that. It used to be if you had a clipboard, or a ladder, or a high-vis jacket, you can usually go wherever you want, because people won't bother stopping you. Might want to kill the green one.
Yeah, I'm going for him.
Smoking sexy style, eh? That was like a terrible perfume campaign. You too can have smoky, sexy style. You know, more power to it. It's walking on those tiny little hook feet. Okay, so the orb is when your little monsters die.
Yeah.
And what happens if they both die? Okay,
Then
you
they're
just
both
went
off the field.
straight for its ass.
Yep, that's what V does. If they both die, they both become orbs. And you've got to heal them.
And you stuck your demon-killing cane right up that queen's butthole.
That is correct.
I don't want to over-focus on it, but that image will not be leaving me anytime soon.
Well, I look forward to your 3 a.m. message of how it didn't turn you on, but also you can't stop thinking about it and you think you might need to do something.
What do you think I'm going to do?
I don't know, rub one out.
Oh yeah, that usually... Well, no, then you just sit there and feel bad.
It's your turn.
You know, this is the first time I've ever seen someone actually use a phone in London, a public phone. Usually you avoid the crap out of them. These aren't even full of porno stuff. It's just got whatever the hell that is. I like the side thing that he took clothes from someone who was mogging someone and decided he needed the jewelry too.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, if I'm gonna rob him, jewelry. So take it Shadow doesn't talk.
Nope, Shadow's just a big cat.
I have questions.
You are not going to get answers, unfortunately. You will. You will never get answers.
Wait, what's her number? Oh my god.
Also, have you noticed that the statue in there is the...
Yeah, I noticed it. It's Hercules, isn't it? Or Atlas? No, it's Hercules.
Hercutiddlecles.
You, I don't wear clothes or clees. Just ask the... Oh, the Amazon Queen, who Hercules then killed.
Fucking love that music. 6, my god, 099.
Who's 6099?
That's the number.
Malthus.
Oh.
Of course, more trouble. Not sure about that one, though. Never seen it before. Not in the underworld, anyway.
I mean, the underworld's a world. It's probably quite crowded. You're not going to see a lot of people.
Told me to leave it be, but I'm afraid it still concerns me.
Okay.
As a blood descendant of Sparta, I cannot take any chances. Do you understand?
Okay.
And destroy it.
8 out of 10. Wait, is she part of the giant bug
She's
thing?
part. It's a chicken. It's a giant featherless chicken.
6 out of 10.
So, you know what? I thought you were gonna go for 7, lower than I thought you were gonna go.
Well, you know, I thought it was a bug. Huh.
I see. I know what you are. Don't
No problem.
worry. I'll be gentle.
Okay.
Keep pointing your stick at people.
I'm sorry, I was just listening to the I'll be gentle. As if he's gonna do anything. Although then again, I watched the butthole sticking, so yeah, who knows? So he just reads poetry. It's not poetry, it doesn't fucking rhyme. It's just crap prose. Sorry, I shouldn't take it that personally.
That's the horse from 3, by the way. You know, the one that.
The Dante beat up the control time. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Which indicates there's more than one of them. Or that when Dante got his ass kicked, all the demons he turned into weapons got
Well, these are so a lot of things in this are memories. Woohoo!
Whose memories?
Virgil's. So there's a reason
Virgil.
why the 3 things that were Mundus's generals are running around with V.
Take that momentum and send it right back.
How?
Where the fuck is Shadow?
He'll be back in a minute.
Ah, have a nightmare.
Can Nightmare be killed?
No, Nightmare just exists until you run out of Devil Trigger. He is the ultimate weapon after all.
And yet, he wasn't. Because he kicked his ass.
There it
And he
is.
became a terrible gun you never planned on using.
Falling are measured by the clock, but of wisdom, no clock can measure. Die.
Still not a poem, bud.
Got the horse.
I'm fine. I must chase him. If the Devil Sword Sparta still exists, it may very well be our only hope.
Yeah, it's been super helpful every other time.
What you do if you find strong in mind and body to wield the Sparta, and you, sir, are neither. Hate to break it to you, but the Sparta will just be too much for you.
For me, yes. But what if the boy, Nero?
I wonder if V's just Virgil remembering when he was a goth twink as a teenager.
So it's a weird one. Like the split personality thing. They both know that they were Virgil. They both know what they are. But V obviously realizes that
Sparta,
he's the human side. He will die without the demon side.
its presence.
He's got a limited amount of time, and obviously he's weaker. Urizen, again, has memories of Virgil, but doesn't really give a shit. He's all demon, all power, and he just wants to he just wants to get more power. That's his entire shtick. And as you'll see when they come together again, Jesus, Virgil kind of changes from it. Like he learns from his time as V. Because again, more fucking stupid stuff that was done when in the graphic novel during V's time, just waiting in the city for for Nero to come back. He actually saves humans because he kind of comes to learn that, you know, helping somebody that's weaker than you isn't a bad thing. It doesn't make you weak. It just, you know, some people are stronger than others.
Well, that's fair. Wait, so you Nero in the next one, or you still V?
No, we're Nero now. That's the next one I need. I need to upgrade Wire Snatch. Don't really need anything else. Oh, hang on.
Well, she ain't dead.
Hey.
Got a pretty smoking body, though.
Let's
Oh,
put all right, Nico.
Barely even noticed. You know, you should go do your thing. I got this.
I maybe wouldn't leave her alone with her. If I'm honest, that's concerning.
Why don't you go deal with that? I'm gonna stay here and do nothing.
To leave alone. Better take care of it. Stay alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go. I'm just gonna look at her a bit more. Well, Strider's here.
I think it's Artemis. No, Gilgamesh.
That is not what Gilgamesh looks like.
It is in this.
Ooh. Sure do like putting heroes of an antiquity into this game, don't they?
Well, now we gotta do the big Colossi type fight.
Look at this ass prancing around.
Well, it's a hell of a thing to end on, I guess.
Think I'm turning back now? Fat chance.
Wow, straight to a boss fight, huh? I like the effect of the thing moving when he moves around. That's nice.
Gotta hammer that soft spot up there.
Yeah, you hammer that soft spot. And it's inside him. Oh god, he's gonna splooge!
Ugh.
I'm gonna just say it, Spider-Man would clean up with this. Although admittedly, Spider-Man would clean up with most things. Thank God he waited till you were in a large area that they make boats in.
Ugh. No, I fucking had it. God damn it.
Yeah, but then you didn't. Oh, he's only got 4 leg points, huh?
I'm getting the hell out of here.
I mean, I'll just say it. This is about the point where a Devil Trigger would come in handy. But the fact Nero still does, or he doesn't get one till the end, does he?
Yep.
Which is, I suppose makes sense to a degree.
Son of a bitch.
Like, I get it. Don't give him anything too soon. Oh, well. Now you're gonna hold the big boy down and go to town on his Jiggly-bit. Hope he did not like that. He is immediately back up.
Ugh.
Oh, he does have more of the thing. Okay, I thought that was all he had.
No, no, there's more.
It's not like you really need more. I think you nearly got him dead.
Ugh. So, do you remember when we were playing as V? Like literally
Yeah.
a few seconds ago, when the feet kept coming down. If you damage them whilst it's down there, then it helps somebody else out.
I bet you taste like chicken.
Oh, you ungrateful son.
I'll leave this.
I mean, he probably does.
Yeah, probably. It's a shame people are mean to Griffin. He's probably one of the better characters.
Yeah, but he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, well, you've got to remember, he was completely and utterly loyal to Mundus. Fought Dante multiple times, and even after all that, got betrayed by him. So, you know, he came back to life and was like, fuck this shit, I'm just going to be a dick.
Well, you trusted someone called Mundus. I mean, you're already asking for problems there.
Okay, well, that glitched, but there we go.
I mean, you won.
Yeah, Gilgamesh is down. I need to sit down.
Well, it worked, and you had victory.
Yo, ladies away. Got any questions for her? Better make it fast.
She touched me! Shut up!
Ladies awake, I press the on button.
Not that one, the other one.
This one?
Next to it.
Why the cans?
Come on, Nico. This one?
Sure.
Just bring all of them.
One of them was a can of beans.
Yeah. What's your point? You inferring you don't want beans?
We're not going to do another mission. It just shows you the start of it again.
Hey, look, London Underground.
But also not. And they gave
And
her
they still haven't given
Yep,
her a shirt. But
no
they gave her
shirt.
makeup.
Trish. They end up like you?
How does that work?
Trish, she was captured. I remember that.
Man, good thing when demons take you, you end up with perfect hair.
Damn it.
You can't travel through here in a car.
Yeah, we know. We're just waiting on you. There's only one way.
What do you think the odds are that there's going to be a point later on where you can call the car, Josh?
I'm trying not to question it, Alex. I'm also not sure why they're saying you can't drive through there in a car.
You look so well.
You too, I guess.
I found these. If they're of any use to you, they're yours.
Wow. We can make something truly awesome out of this.
How?
Can we trust him?
Your guess is as good as mine. He might be useful, though.
He won't.
Enough talking. Get some rest. You need it.
Maybe get us some clothes.
She's just sat there like, Am I a MILF now?
She's not a mum, Alex. I think.
She's the mummy to many a many a people that play these games.
Different kind of mummy.
Yo, lady, wake up. It's time to get
Is
to
she
work.
making pizza?
I was just told to get some rest.
Oh, you were just told to get some rest? Well, we need to make a path. So start digging. Come on, get up, get up, get up.
Got something to wear that's good for digging?
I've never seen you focus on a screen more.
That seems a bit over the top, but
I
it's
reckon.
fine.
But that's where we'll end. We'll pick this up next Saturday.
Then we got to mission 7, which was more than you thought we'd get to that fast.
I figured it'd be around this much, to be honest. Given how much dialogue there is, it makes sense. Right. Well.
Right.
Thank you for.
Monday it is.
Yep. Thank you for joining us tonight. Monday it'll be Final Fantasy, where we get to go on a date with Tifa. I hope so. Anyway, I purposefully been avoiding missions with Aerith because I was like, I don't want to make it so Aerith overtakes Tifa.
I don't think you ever overtakes it. You should be fine. As long as you did the right things, you'll be fine. If you fucked it up, you won't be fine. You're gonna cry and you won't get the kiss.
But I need it anyway. Yep, that Monday. Wednesday.
I don't know yet. It'll be something.
I was gonna say Friday. It'll be More Days Gone.
Probably.
And then we'll continue this on Saturday. So thank you to anyone who did pop in. Thank you to anyone who's watching this on YouTube later.
Much love.
We'll see you on Monday.
Yes, we will. Ciao, babies.
Bye.